Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another WX Skills video, and in today I'll be showing you guys how I did my shadow boxing to get advanced brawl. Because I know you guys don't feel like sitting there punching the bag over and over again. And I have seen the other guy, the other YouTuber who has made how to shadow box, but you gotta set it up by yourself. This version of the macro, you actually do not need to set it up by yourself. You could do it. All you need to do is I'll explain that later. Let me explain that later in the video. Let me explain to you how good this macro is. It auto eats foods 1 through 7. I feel like I'm missing a food. I think I am. But basically, you could do it over here in the gym, at the gang base, or even at the shadow, even at Mount Hua. So I'm going to get into explaining how to do this here. It's going to be a quick little video. It's going to take too long. It really does not take that long to set up. Everything you need to know will be inside the description of the video. There will also be a Discord server. I did not make this macro. My boy Fatal did. He's one of my real life friends. I'll put him in a video right here. You'll see his Discord. And he made this macro for me because I was telling him that I was struggling with A-Brawl because it was taking so long to get. And so shout out to him. He made this. This is actually a Jitbit macro. Now, this is actually going to be pretty simple to set up, I cannot lie. This shouldn't take too long, to be honest. So all you really got to do is... Alright, so let me explain how to use the macro. To use the macro, he made me say this, by the way, guys. I'm held hostage. To use the macro, you need to assign all your foods in slot 1 through 6. The macro auto cycles through foods and tests which is missing. After 24 cycles, 2 foods are used. Next, make sure all slots are full and have your combat in the T slot and shadow boxing in Y slot. Now, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to use the macro. I'm going to show you guys. And by the way, also, once you get on top of here, it's basically the same way as the other macro. Make sure you are zoomed in. Make sure you are not like shift locked, like disable that. Actually, turn shift lock off. Zoom in, and then basically it's gonna start spinning and punching for you. So basically what you're gonna want to do is you gotta make sure that every slot is full like this. You also gonna want to use breathing mask so you can get the passive stamina. You're gonna want to make sure every slot is full. You're gonna want to go here on top of this like this. Make sure that way whenever you spin, you try to keep it always inside the circle, you know. Guys, go to the Discord server. If there is any bugs, we will fix them, but I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, YouTube, come to find out, that was not the macros issue. That was actually my fault. I might be a little bit of a retard. So basically, once you have the Jitbit macro, right, you're going to want to take it out. You're going to want to go to settings and in keyboard shortcuts. You can change this to anything you want. I just decided to do F1 and F2 since that's the easiest option. So I thought you had to zoom out to play it because, you know, this big ass play button right here, but no, you don't. So basically, I'm move that to my second monitor. So basically, I just stand on here like this. Then I just press F1. That's it, and it automatically does it. There we go, and the macro works perfectly fine. And see, it's just gonna go all the way through. It auto eats 1 through 6. So you just do this overnight, get like 500k. If you don't get macro ganked, you're just gonna wake up tomorrow with A-Brawl or 1,000 style XP, my bad. Or you could use this for literally any style in the game, not just A-Brawl. Like if you don't want to sit there macroing to get 100 style XP, or not macro, my bad. If you don't want to sit there getting 100 style XP manually, just set up the macro right quick. There you go, literally a couple buttons, boom, 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 got the macro. And like I stopped the macro obviously, but you can see it's still spinning. So just tap your arrow keys and it'll stop. I did notice that.
Hey guys, Fatal here, the guy who made the macro for W skills. I wanted to say one more thing before you go back to using the macro. Once you're done with the macro and you want to exit it, you obviously press the arrow key like you said in the video, but make sure you press it again one more time to retoggle it. If you don't do this, the macro could break and mess up. It's just one little feature you gotta do. Shouldn't be much trouble. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Back to W skills video.
And that's really all for the macro, but there's a couple other things I want to say. I want to say, first of all, shout out to this guy. He gave me some free accessories. Big shout out to him. Appreciate him. Thank you. I also wanted to say I have made my fair share of gangs, and actually I just wanted to make a gang and just settle here. So I did actually make a 12-player gang, 10k TP only gang called Glory. I feel like there was another gang called Glory, but I actually did check the Asura Discord server and I didn't see any of them. So if there is, my apologies to y'all. We can work something out. Just let me know. But with that being said, make sure y'all like, subscribe. Peace.